It's always so interesting it to be on camera and suddenly be aware of how less aware I am of myself because of how aware of myself I am. Is that a weird way to put it? It's like you turn on the camera, you start recording, and then it's like it, it's the same idea as like presenting in class, and all of a sudden you're so self-conscious that you're not really conscious of what you're doing at all, and you end up kind of fucking up the presentation. And speaking on presentation, you know what I'm saying? Confidence. This is a great segue. Oh fuck. Damn, I'm causing a mess. Hold on. Oh yeah. Son. Ghetto magic. Come in this bitch and wreak havoc. Wait, hold on. Ghetto magic, bitch. We evolve. We say static. I come in this bitch and wreak havoc. You know that it's tragic. The way that I come back and have it, I come at your bitch from the back, and you know it's a that shit magic. All right, so I made this board because, to be honest, this shit was like so much information. I didn't really. I was having a hard time presenting it all in the moment, so I did the most. And so, why you hate yourself? Ghetto magic on confidence. Confidence kind of plays into the idea of faith, which I talked about last, and it's it's important. They play into each other. If you have faith, you probably have confidence. But I wanted to break down confidence into like what it is, what it's made up of, and what are the faculties that build it within yourself, so that you kind of have an autistic ground up understanding in the way that I like to have in order to implement the things that you learn. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. Is this too close? You can't even see my face, bro. All right. Right. So we'll just jump right into it. This is a video on confidence, ghetto magic, why you hate yourself, why you have a lack of self confidence, a lack of self love, a lack of self assurance, a lack of like uprightness when you walk through the world. If you suffer with these things, hopefully, if I did my job right, you will sort of understand it on a more fundamental level. I will say this though. Everything comes down to the same shit. Everything I've studied when it comes to personal development and these things, it all comes down to conscious awareness and control of your mind. It all comes down to the same shit. You will see if you pay attention as you learn through this. It's just having a conscious awareness of your thoughts so that you may redirect them into the frame of mind that you wish to have. So there's your answer, pretty much. But we'll start with what is confidence, which we have up here. I want to put this up close, so like if anybody wants this shit, so it's not like reflecting. You can kind of see, cause I know this shit's like far. But all right. What is confidence? So first and foremost, in the way that we're not really going to be discussing, but it's important to note that confidence, and this sentence came to me one day, I think like on the roof or some shit. And it was that confidence rises and falls in accordance with perceived competence. And that's a very important thing to remember. Confidence, right? Your sense of confidence rises and falls in accordance with your perceived competence. Meaning, right here. So what is confidence? Perceived competence. And I put a bunch of stars so that you kind of understand, like, this is the essence of confidence. If you perceive yourself to be that nigga and like you're competent in every way that you wish to be, yeah, there's no way that you wouldn't be confident. Or like if you feel like you're competent in the way that you know that you can learn and master anything that you're not yet competent at, then you have confidence. So that is like confidence. But confidence in the form of like self-assurance, in the form of like liking yourself in that sense, is made up of a couple things. So here I have confidence is clarity, number one, and number two, confidence is honesty. And I've never heard it framed like this, so I find it to be uh, quite revolutionary, a little bit like a little bit groundbreaking, at least for me, is what it was. You hear the sirens? Niggas is getting lit, and I'm inside being a nerd. But yeah, so confidence is clarity and confidence is honesty. And you see, we have the green lines here because they represent what's down here. And so clarity and honesty about and then this box right here. So confidence is clarity about these things and honesty about these things. So clarity about yourself, who you are, clarity about your desires, what you want, clarity about your goals, where you're headed, right? Like what are like the markers of what you want? Like the concrete points for you to strive towards, right? Because you can say like, I want to be successful, and then you have goals like, I want to make 10 bands a month, which is a good goal to aim for. Right? Clarity about your methods. How will you get to where you want to go? Clarity about your strengths. What are your tools? What are your weapons? What do you have that other people don't necessarily have? And clarity, this is a big one, about your beliefs. What do you believe? Who are you as a person, really? If you have clarity about that, like, then you have an understanding and a relationship with yourself, right? But you can have clarity about these things, but not be honest about it. So, like, you can understand who you are, but not be honest about, like, for example, that you're not all that you could be, or that you're not necessarily who you want to be, right? So if you're not honest about these things, you will know subconsciously. So if you're not consciously honest, like, that shit will eat away at you, and you still won't be able to develop the confidence that you're looking for. Sound real white. Yeah, so so clarity and honesty about these things are more or less what produce confidence, right? So right here I wrote, confident people know who they are, what they want, and how to get it. Think about this, right? It's so simple. It sounds so self-explanatory, right? By the way, I really should have explained this before, but like, the left side is like explaining what confidence is. The right side is like your tools to building confidence and shit. Right where this divides here. I definitely should have clarified that earlier, but I'm not editing this video. But yeah, think about it. If you struggle with that sense of like self-assurance and confidence, and you sort of do not believe yourself to be who you want to be, right? And therefore, you kind of hate yourself, and you lack confidence. Imagine if you knew who you were, if you knew exactly where you were at, if you knew exactly where you wanted to go, and you knew exactly what you had to do to get there, and you knew that you could. Would there be a lack of confidence? No, because even if you're not there yet, you know that you can get there, you know that you will get there, and you know what you have to do, and you know that you can do it. And so you're like, oh, okay. It's like the lack of confidence, the lack of self-assurance comes from the unknown. It comes from not being sure that you can get to where you want to go. It comes from like a tight belief that you can't do it. But once you know the truth, and then the truth is that you can, that anxiety sort of fades, right? So as a general overview, what is confidence? Confidence rises and falls with perceived competence. So confidence is just your perceived competence, how competent you perceive yourself to be, right? And so confidence is manifested as a result of clarity and honesty about yourself, your life, your goals, and anything, literally anything. Like, when it comes to like even like seduction and shit, which I've been studying, a lot of it is just, first and foremost, it's just believing that you can do it. If you believe you're competent, you suddenly become like much better at literally anything. But if you knew who you were, what you were good at, like what your strengths were in seduction, what your negatives were, and beliefs are a big one too. Because if you don't have clarity and honesty about your beliefs, you might not and I think this is also pretty important. If you don't have clarity and honesty about your beliefs, you may not have the clarity and honesty that is necessary to realize that your beliefs are harming you. If you don't have clarity and honesty on your beliefs, you may overlook the fact that your beliefs are what's hurting you. And more often than not, that's exactly what it is. I would say pretty much all the time, that's exactly what it is. Right, so let's move on. I don't know if I'm cooking or not, because I'm actually going through this way faster than I thought I would. I'm kind of glad I made this board. Oh, niggas arguing outside. See, that guy seems like he has confidence, but if he's yelling like that, it's because something really hurt him. Which now that I said that out loud, that could still be different than than confidence being hurt. Anyway, so on this left side, probably your right side, we have to build confidence. Us. Right? Because the reality of the world, and this is where I really start to cook, the reality of the world is that not everything will be clear. You will not always have the clarity that you're looking for in order to have that solid state of mind. You won't always have the clarity necessary to be good. In a lot of situations, and probably more situations than not, you will actually have so many unknown factors that you have a reason to lack confidence. And this is where these blue tools right here that I have lined up, these are your weapons. Not everything will be clear. Here are your weapons. And I'm going to list them out for you now. Your beliefs, your mindset, your thoughts, your awareness, and your transmutation. We'll get to that one last. But pretty simple shit. Like, really, think about it. If you believe yourself to be somebody, and I don't really care what proof you think you have for these things, but if you believe yourself to have any sort of lack, any sort of limitation, and any sort of, we'll keep it there, any sort of lack or limitation. If you believe yourself to do that, you will behave accordingly. Right? Imagine, and this happens in the mental realm so much. People handicap themselves on a ridiculous level. Niggas handicap themselves because they tell themselves like, yo, I have depression and anxiety and ADHD and all these other chemical imbalances in my brain, and therefore I can't X, therefore I can't Y. Imagine how much more vigor they would move through the world with, how much more bold they would be with their life if, even if these conditions were true, they believe that it wasn't, and they believe that, no, actually, I have complete control over my state of mind, I have complete control over my body, and I refuse to believe that I am a victim of anything outside of my control. I decide what I am, I decide what I am not, and I won't accept anybody that tells me that I have some mystery fucking condition going on in my head. Fuck you, nigga. That's not to say that this is going to work for everybody, but you might as well say it will work for everybody, because if you're watching this video, this shit would work for you, because if you have the fucking brain capacity to understand this, you're probably fine, nigga, to be honest. Yeah, so that's your beliefs. Your mindset sounds like the same from your belief, but your mindset is like, it's like the foundation of the way through which you approach the world. So like, if you have a mindset that is built on pessimism and hopelessness, then at every turn in life, you will have the lens which only catches that. It's like when you wear like the red and blue glasses and you switch them and you see different pictures. It's like when you have like the negative one, you start to just automatically, instinctually see everything that confirms your negative bias of the world. And that's fucking whack. Yeah, so that's mindset. like I said, I'm outlining here the weapons that you have. So your beliefs, you want to change the beliefs that you have about yourself so as to develop a better mindset here. I don't know if this shit just far as hell or what, but like you gonna deal with it. Yeah, so beliefs so as to develop a stronger mindset, mind frame. And this is done, and let me tell you how to do this exactly, through awareness, which is the tool right here. Awareness, I love that I framed this out that way because it actually plays into each other super well, and that was totally on purpose. So awareness is just straight consciousness. I have been researching the faculties and the sort of spiritual, more occult mechanisms of the mind for probably the last year or two. And more than anything else I have learned, and I want you to genuinely understand this. I want you to genuinely digest this and absorb it as I say it. More than anything else, your greatest weapon when shaping anything that you desire in this life is your awareness. And I don't know how to emphasize that enough. I really, really, really don't. If I could reach into your brain, nigga, and like and make it clear just how important this is, I would, because your awareness, what you place your awareness of, what you are consciously aware of, what you are not aware of affects you too, which is why you should maintain an awareness. And that's why being present is so important. And that's why meditation is so deeply prescribed across religions across the world. You know what I'm saying? Your awareness is everything. Your awareness, what you pay mind to, what you put conscious energy and effort into, creates your reality from the ground up. It creates the perspective through which you view the world. It creates the mindset. It creates the mind frame. It solidifies your beliefs. It chooses what thoughts will be absorbed by the subconscious, which I'm kind of making a course on, but also I highlighted in Ghetto Magic 1, Mind Over Matter, except that video is kind of ass. So, but it's there if you want to watch it. But yeah, thoughts. So let me talk about thoughts real quick. But awareness, please understand. Develop your conscious awareness. If you can develop a conscious awareness of your mind and your body and exercise that thought, that awareness, that presence, so as to redirect your thoughts, because your thoughts are what create your beliefs, are what create your mindset. It goes in that way. Your thoughts create your beliefs, create your mindset, and your awareness is what transmutes. This is the transmutation part. Your awareness is what transmutes negative thoughts, limiting thoughts, stupid doo-doo caca thoughts into positive, reinforcing, growth, forward-looking, future-oriented thoughts, which then become eventually, through repetition and habit, are absorbed by the subconscious mind. They turn into beliefs and they become your mindset. They become your mind frame. That's the importance of transmutation, which happens through conscious awareness and control over your thoughts, which comes through being consciously aware of your mind and body so that you understand what states you are in, and then you can begin to manipulate them consciously. This is how you reprogram yourself to be whoever it is that you want to be. This is how you do it. I know I'm in the back, I'm like Batman, but this is how you do it. And I genuinely can't understate. I genuinely can't underemphasize the importance of this process. It has changed my life forever. And in everything that I talk about, it comes down to that process. It comes down to that awareness, that transmutation, that control over mind and body. And there's a lot of information that goes behind it, but this is the essential process. It's an awareness of what's going on and transmutation of your thoughts so as to create new beliefs and into a new mindset. That's what it is. That's what it is. Anyway, I had to yap. I hope you understand. I'm sweating now. So yeah, this last section right here is just shit to look out for while you're on this kind of journey to like develop a new mind frame where you are more accepting of yourself. Let me see. Right, yeah, so right here I got like things to beware. You can read it there. And number 1 is linking your work with your worth. This is huge for anybody that is an entrepreneur, anybody that is sort of depends the way they perceive themselves with the work that they put out. That is a dangerous thing to do. On one hand, it's a big motivator because it puts you in a position where you are constantly motivated to do better, because if you're not, then it says something about yourself. But you will not always be in a position where you are good enough where you are in terms of work, where you're not and in those moments I think it's unnecessary to have all that like neurotic self-criticism. It makes it harder to move forward when the work that you're producing isn't yet meeting the standard of who it is that you want to be. Linking your work with your worth is a really stupid thing to do, especially if you're an artist, and I'm an artist, so like I fucking know, and you make some shit and that shit turns out to be ass, like you're like, I'm horrible, like I'm trash, I'm literally scum of the earth, what the fuck? That's the worst thing. What you need to understand is this: you are not the work you put out. You can be an amazing person, a competent, confident, and somebody with unlimited potential. You don't even know if you've even scratched the surface of what it is that you're able to do. But you're going to limit your self-worth to the fact that you haven't yet built up the skill to accomplish what it is that you were trying to do in that moment. And in my case, it's art or music or writing or these videos. For me to limit the potential that I have, for me to label myself as something less than what I could really be and what I truthfully really am and what you really are, which is limitless, which is amazing, which is competent, which is worthy of anything that it is you desire. To limit yourself to less than that because you haven't yet built up one skill, because you haven't yet built up a couple skills, because maybe it's taking you a little bit longer to understand it, is the most retarded thing you can do. It's going... And then what happens when that happens is you begin to look for evidence for it, and then you start to confirm it, and then you say, yes, I was right, see? And then you start acting accordingly, like yeah, I knew it all along, I'm not shit, I can't do this, I really can't. And then now you're fucked. Now you're fucked. Now you're going to behave accordingly, and then you're going to move with this like defeated, limp dick ass attitude of like, I'm actually not good enough. I knew I wasn't good enough, and this is proof of it. And that plays into the second one, which is beliefs in bad faith. Actually, I just covered all of them. I was yapping. But yeah, beliefs in bad faith, which is the same shit I was talking about, where like you entertain beliefs that do not serve you. When you entertain beliefs that frame you to be less than what it is that you're trying to be, don't entertain those thoughts. Why are you entertaining? Like, that's fucking stupid. You're so much more than that, and you have so much more potential than that. Carry yourself with that confidence. Carry yourself with the confidence of the person that you know you're going to be. Carry yourself with the confidence of like, I know I'm king, and even if these niggas can't see it now, I know that they will. That's what you need to do. Disproving your worth. Same shit I was talking about. You look for evidence. Why are you looking for evidence of you? You're going to find anything you look for, stupid. Nobody's perfect. And whatever, again, attention, awareness, attention. It's the same shit. whatever you place your awareness on grows. Like that's the law of growth. That's a law of the universe, nigga. Like when you place your attention on the areas that you feel you are insufficient at, you will find more reasons that you're insufficient. When you look for evidence, you find more evidence. And you can do the same exact thing backwards. You can find evidence for you being amazing. And trust me, you will find it if you look. Just look. Yeah, and then just being dishonest with yourself. That's a big one. It's like if you're dishonest about what you believe, if you're dishonest about, but it's important to because then some people are like, well, I think I'm being honest when I say I'm not shit. I think I'm being honest when I say that I'm not good enough. And it's like, no, you're not being honest. You're just being fucking negative. You think that's what you believe because that's what you've conditioned yourself to believe over a period of time, or maybe your fucking parents, or maybe your society. You have complete control over that. And now I gotta think about what I meant by being dishonest, because I actually don't remember. Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. We're like you try and convince yourself that you're the person that you already want to be, which I believe that's already in you. But like, if you don't feel like you're where you want to be honest about that, and be forward thinking and positive about it. But like, don't try to say that you're something that you don't really feel like you are. And similarly, don't downplay the things. A lot of people like have a problem with being humble and shit. I can't fake humble just because your ass is insecure. Own what you're good at. Don't be dishonest in any way. And that means like in general in life, you should always strive to be as honest as you can. But I feel like there was a deeper reason I put being dishonest on there. But like, you can just take that. Any beliefs you have about yourself are chosen, and I really believe that. And I don't just believe that. I know that. I know that to be the truth. So yeah. Be honest with yourself, because the ultimate truth of the universe, and I've gone down the fucking rabbit hole, so I kind of know. The ultimate truth of the universe is good. The ultimate truth of the universe is love, it's potential, it's abundance, it's anything that you want. It is. You can love yourself. You can have everything you want. You can, you know what I'm saying? Within the realm of reality, of course. But be honest. Be honest about your desires. Be honest about where you want to be. And then embrace that, and then be that, and then do that. And stop lying to yourself. Because lying to yourself is just telling yourself anything that brings down your potential to do. My name is Soul. This has been Ghetto Magic Confidence. My brain hurts. I think this is probably the longest video I've done so far. Let me know if I cooked, man. Did I cook? Did I cook, or did I feel like I started cooking once I got to this part. This part was just like fucking lore. Or whatever. Exposition. I don't know. Leave a comment. What? Hold on, what did I say earlier? Ghetto. Fuck. What I said? Ghetto magic, bitch. We evolve. You say static. I come in this bitch and wreak havoc. You know that is tragic. I'm taking your girl from the back and I'm clapping her cheeks till she. I don't know. Somebody just drop some bars in the comments, man. I need a Ghetto Magic song. We just about to keep at it. Alright. Leave a comment. Subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Soul Chaos. Soul Tragedy everywhere. I'm Yevin. Bye.